Hello guys, I'm the Techno Kid this side. What you just saw, this game that I have made, you will also you will also be able to make a very easy game just like that one by the end of this video. So guys, please watch to the end and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So first of all, it has 5 steps. First of all, we will want to add a catcher. We will want to add a catcher. Like we want a catcher to be a bowl, perhaps we want a catcher to be bowl, and we can add a backdrop too. Like we would be catching food, so a refrigerator would be easy to make. And as I said, we would be catching food, so we will also have to add uh, food items such as we add an apple. Now coming to the coding. First of all, for the bowl, we will drag and drop this from the events when flag is clicked. We would drag and drop the forever loop. Then this from the sensing key space pressed. You would go to the drop down list and select right arrow. Then go to the motion and then select change x by 10. Wait, and then we once again go to control and drag and drop this if then statement. When if the right arrow key is pressed, when the flag is clicked, if the right arrow key is pressed, it will move 10 steps to the right. Actually, X is, I told you, X is the horizontal one. Like this is minus, this goes on minus, the middle is the 0, and this is in positive. So we are going positive that way. So that's why we are going to the right, and you can just copy duplicate it and click on and select the drop down list and click on left arrow, and then we will do it minus. Like you can do it that way also. Now we can move it to both sides using our keys, right arrow and left arrow key. And now coming to this, yeah, actually I do forget the coding of it. It doesn't have that much of a coding, but it's bigger than we what we did actually the last time. So you can see that it is. Where did it go? I want to see inside, right? I want to see the coding. Here you can see that's that much of a coding, but I will make it easy for you. So first we wanted to start somewhere from the top, right? We want to start it from somewhere to the top. This the y represents how high the sprite is. So this y is maximum is positive 180, and the lowest on the bottom is negative 180. So we wanted to start on like positive 170. Yeah, we wanted to. First of all, we will grab a when flag is clicked. Then from motion, we will grab a go to random position. Like when I go to random position, it goes to any position on the screen, but I wanted to go there on the top where y should be y should be 170. So we would grab this. Sorry. Set to y to not 163, but we wanted to set y to 170. Sorry. Yeah. Now you can see it's only on the top. Now we will have to get a forever loop, and in the loop we will add like we want it to fall. I think that's I think it is rotated. No, I don't want the direction to be. Yeah, you can see here the direction is actually. That's why it is. I want it to be zero. Yeah, I want it to be straight. Sorry. And now coming to here, we want it to be falling down. So we will change y by minus 5 because negative is here. It will go down by minus 5. And I just showed you where it is. Change y by minus 5. You can see now it's dropping from random positions. So and now we have done the switch. Now we will add a if then loop. Now what now you can see that the when it is falling down we only have one apple, so it's stuck right there. We don't want it to be stuck right there. Yeah. So for that we will grab an operator, and if the y is that if this is greater than that operator from the operators block, and we will write here like minus 170. And how to get that y position from here? If y's position is greater than is smaller than minus 170, then what will happen? What we want it to happen? um, we just have to make things more easier, we just have to duplicate this block. Yeah, we will actually be needing to duplicate it a lot, so I will just keep one more copy of it here, right? Because we would need to duplicate it. Like, and now I see that when it's right here, it's dropping down. As soon as it crosses minus 170 degree, it goes to a random position and we set y to 170. And then we change y by minus 5. That's a loop. That's why it's going on forever and forever and forever. And for now, what if it's touching bowl? Like we want to make it a bit more interesting, we can add a sound. Like here, this sound, you heard that, right? That was of the original of the apple, but we want another one. Like we want a collecting one. So you'll click on the sorry. You'll click on this sound plus icon, and then you will go on right collect. You were hearing this sound when I was playing this game, right? And that's how. And now we will go on sound. We will place it here. And now what do we want to do? We want to say that if touching the bowl, because it's the coding of the apple, if the bowl is touching this, and I told you that we will be using this once more duplicated, so you can duplicate it once more and you can set it here. And now let's check it. You heard that sound. Now as soon as it touches the bowl, it goes to the x and y, and then it duplicate it. And now what we want to do, the last step actually, is to add a score. Now how to add a score, I told you in my previous video, a jumping game video too. We just have to go on the variable, then make a variable, then type score. You have this variable right here. You can drag and drop this, and from the drop down list select score. You can drag and drop this, and from the drop down list select score. And now let's preview it once again. As you can see guys, the score is also changing by one. So here is our game, the same as what I showed you in the beginning. So here you are able to make a very easy apple catcher game. You can actually make it with anything. You can make a pet catching a treat or anything. You can make something catching a donut or something. Yeah. So I just made it with a bowl and an apple. You can also add multiple obstacles. Use the same coding as the apple. Like let's add one more obstacle. Let's add one more apple. Oh, actually, we should. I think that we should just duplicate it. That would be easier. And now, but actually, it's at the exact same position. Not even a bit. So you can't get two apples at once, right? But in this way, you can. Whoa, whoa, you are missing two. That way, you can even make levels, and it would be harder. Ooh, and that way you can add multiple obstacles. You can even choose a sprite and duplicate the coding and then do it. So in this way guys, you can make a very easy catching game on Scratch. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you all like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And never forget to press on the bell icon or else you will miss out on some update and miss out on some cool stuff. Bye.